Life is the latest film from director Daniel Espinosa, who previously directed Safe House with Ryan Reynolds, which I thought was actually a pretty underrated film. I thought it was a very good action film, in fact. Now, this film could be considered by many, and it has been already, because I'm a bit late to the whole review stakes in this, as an Alien ripoff. Now, I've said before, I personally don't believe there's anything new under the sun. I think everything cribs from something else. What is important to me is, does it excite me? Does it grip me? Does it get me engrossed in the characters? Does it have me on the edge of my seat? And the answer to all those questions with this film is yes. I loved Life. I thought it was absolutely astounding. Really great cinema, I've got to say. And I love the performances all round. I love the direction. I thought it was tense, really tense from the get-go. As soon as the alien comes into it, even when it looks a little bit cute, I'm thinking, obviously because I know where it's going to go, there's something clearly a little bit off with that little thing. But yeah, the design of the alien itself is really good. It's kind of like a jelly starfish, but really sinister. And there's a little hint of the alien from Independence Day in there as well. But yeah, like I say, it takes from many other sources, but what it does is use those sources really well, even better than some of the things that it's aping in many instances. So you've got this crew of astronauts who have taken some samples back home from Mars. They're on a space station just above Earth, and they begin to look at these samples. They begin to experiment with them, and they find this life, this microscopic organism that, when they poke and prod it and do various things with it, it suddenly starts to grow and become very hostile. The first death scene in this, which I won't spoil, I won't say who it is, but yeah, pretty intense. It kind of reminded me in many ways of the facehugger in the original Alien, how people must have felt when watching that for the first time. Now, I don't think you're ever going to recapture that because, we live in an age of having known and seen Alien and all the rip-offs that have come ever since. But certainly as something that kind of fits that mould, it's definitely up there with Alien, I think, with that facehugger scene. The alien is given this name of Calvin, which is this kind of very innocent, childlike sounding name, I guess. So I apologise to people out there who are called Calvin. I don't wish to offend you. But yeah, it's designed to give a certain sense of innocence to this thing, which is eventually going to go on to cause and wreak unspeakable havoc. But the name is given by a classroom full of children who are given the right to do so in a competition, And yeah, there's just something a little bit off about that, about the innocence of these children choosing the name of this thing. But it kind of speaks volumes as well to the fact that we don't understand what is out there. We, as scientists, as a race that believes in science and that looks to science to give us answers, we're poking and prodding around in many things that, quite frankly, we just don't understand. And in that respect, we are like that classroom full of children who look at this thing through innocent eyes, but really don't understand what we're dealing with. Rebecca Ferguson once again proves herself to be a very good leading lady. I absolutely loved her in Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation, and yeah, she's equally great here. She doesn't get to kick as much ass here because it's a different kind of role, but I think obviously that shows her versatility. Jake Gyllenhaal, I've heard some people say, well, a friend of mine actually said, who he's got a YouTube channel as well, I won't name names, but he said that he thought Jake Gyllenhaal was kind of sleeping through this role, that he wasn't really trying. And I disagree, to be honest. I just think that the role calls for a certain kind of disconnectedness, because that's his character. His character is switched off from life. He doesn't want to go back down to Earth. He's quite happy to stay in the space station for, well, the rest of his days from the look of it. He doesn't really want to interact with people. And I think that's what Gyllenhaal is playing there. He's playing that kind of disconnectedness. Obviously, with everything that he's going to go through in this film, that may give him a different outlook. It may change his perspective by the time we get to the end of the film. And speaking of the end of the film, again, I won't spoil it, but yeah, I walked out of this just feeling like I'd been through the ringer in a good way. You know, it was like a theme park ride, all the scariest bits of a theme park ride. So yeah, nice surprise. Considering I saw the trailer for this and didn't really think it was going to be great. I thought it might be good, but not great. I was really blown away by it. I give it a 4.5 out of 5. So if you've seen Life, please comment below and let me know what you thought about it. And until next time, cracking.